Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now, notice today's not a game show, but rather I'm doing something a little different. So, I've noticed that a lot of internet tier lists are on the rise, and well, being the stupid that I am, or no, just being the person that I am, yeah, laugh it up. I decided to try to invest in my own tier list. So I thought a Bop It tier list would be the most appropriate, and yet here we are. Now I would have King Kaiser with me and stuff, but it would be really complex because all these other people wanted involvement as well, and not all of them are on the other riff. So um, yeah, so welcome to the very first Bop It tier list. And today I'm going to be joined by Ken, also known as Beyond Sight.
Yeah.
And we also got Alec, who Mario, got
Yep.
Justin, also known as Retro Gamer 90, and
Yeah.
Noah Longmire is here for some reason.
Just here for the tier list, Sam.
I know. All right.
With his long hair.
He doesn't have long.
Lol.
Let's not go there yet. Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. All right. So here's what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen is I'm going to we have every single Bop It, mainline Bop It, no remakes,
Yep.
no mini versions. That from
Right.
1996 to present day. What we're gonna do
I'd say
is we are
present
going
day.
to
Yeah.
present day. So what we're gonna do is well, obviously we're gonna rank them. S being
Mm-hmm.
the best rank, F being the worst rank. We're gonna be
Mm-hmm.
talking about it to see what tier it goes in. All right. So we all ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's roll.
All right. So we're gonna
Yep.
start off with the original Bop It from 1996.
Okay. Bop It 96, the original.
Yes.
I think
I'd
personally
put
it's a good start. I put it in A tier personally because well, think
you
about it. It was the best beginning I think a game like Bop It could have had. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, that's
Ken?
Put it
fair.
in A.
Ken?
Good bopping.
Yeah.
Where would you put it in A? Where would you put it?
Uh, I would say A.
All right, A, all right.
Yeah.
Bop It Original is going in A tier. We follow that up immediately with the Bop It Extreme.
I'd put that in A as
I put
well.
There
yeah
you go.
A
A.
tier. All right, yeah, nobody's gonna. I think honestly though, when amping up the Bop It, I think what this didn't have though was some of the original charm of the original Bop It. I would put it in B, but I am gonna agree it is going in A. It just felt too 90s, honestly,
Yeah.
and it suffers from that. But not
Right.
that that's a bad thing. I mean, it's all right. Moving along
Mm-hmm.
to its now. I am not going to be counting the 2001 because overall they give the general
No,
same experience. Not
it's
doing
the
that as an
same.
insult though.
No, of course not. No, but
Uh,
the 2000 and the 96 are pretty much the same. They play the same, just programming differences. That's it.
exactly.
Same with the
Um,
O2.
the O2. Actually, I did include the O2, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Did you?
Is the
Okay.
next up Bop It Extreme 2.
Oh God.
This is
Uh,
probably the most common Bop It out there, the most well-known one as well.
I would say
I
S.
S
yeah.
Yes,
tier.
maybe.
All right. What do you guys? Yeah. S tier. I'm thinking though,
I
like
mean,
it.
it's not a fail, but I'd put it in. I'd put it in probably like a I don't know, C maybe.
I wouldn't. I'm thinking like a lot of people. Then again, this is the most common Bop It out there. Like literally,
It
like
is.
everywhere. Like everyone has one of these at least. I would. I
Yeah.
think everybody else. So you think? So I think I'm gonna put it in B tier.
Okay, fair.
Let's go to B tier. All right.
You-
Next up
no.
is the Bop It Original Second Edition from 2000. No, Third Edition from 2002. All right. I think
Um,
this one kind of scores lower because it feels a
it
lot.
does.
It's definitely
I'd
a
say
lot
C.
cheaper.
I would put
I'd say
Yeah,
that one
C
in a
rank.
C tier just because of the quality issues and the
yeah.
just the weirdness of it.
Not to
Yeah, put
mention
that.
Not to mention. Clay Rangers had a very inconsistent pitch that ended up frying on him.
I saw that. Actually, his broke. I
Yeah,
believe his broke.
yeah, the circuit fried. But yeah, with
Ah,
that though,
yeah.
like yeah, this one when coming to a new generation, like that and the Extreme 2 have a common problem, is they're made out of cheaper plastic. It's translucent, which I don't understand why they had to go to that
Wait,
instead of keeping it
wait,
firm.
wait. Hold on. The Extreme 2 is clear? I mean, translucent?
Yes, the Boppet Extreme 2 has a translucent shell, except for the sleeves, obviously, because those you won't see them.
Oh,
But
oh, I didn't
I'm
even
gonna
know.
agree. While it's basically the same as the 2000 version, it's very inferior because it does it breaks so easily as well,
They can
especially its
break
twister.
real easy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Very,
yeah,
very
yeah.
easily.
Very easy. Then again, well, no.
Ask me how I know.
Speaking of, well, I'm assuming you've had one.
I had one that broke. I have one now, but it hasn't broken yet. Thank
All
God.
right. Now, next up. Now, speaking of breakable ones, next up, Bop It
Oh
Blast.
God, the blast.
Oh
I would
God.
say B tier.
B
I
tier.
I mean, okay.
No, not B.
Minus the wire issues that they're too short. It is a good game.
This
It
is
is a
why
good
you
game.
probably don't adjust it.
No, this is why you
I
don't move it. Yeah,
yeah, but with that though, if you think about it, it's not just that it's too ambitious as well. I don't like how ambitious it is because the light bop mode, obviously, while good, wasn't fully thought out. And the thing is, I remember when Jake had a live stream back in 21, his fried on the camera just from basic use.
yeah.
The batteries weren't
Actually,
even
see,
low. It hadn't even been used that much, and I'm gonna have to go with C tier because honestly, like Bop It Blast is like it's
Hmm.
not that it's a bad game.
It's not.
It's just built
No,
bad. It was just built wrong.
exactly.
This is
The build of it was just, bleh.
It
But
was awful.
the game itself was fine. Yeah.
Exactly, and that well, not that. Yeah, but yeah, okay. Well, I'm just gonna move to C just for this one. All right. Speaking of that era, next up, Bop It Download.
I would
Uh,
say B tier.
I'd
I
say
mean,
D.
I
I think
don't know because the problem with the download is unless you are a game collector or you live in Australia or Britain, you won't get the game. North America never got the game technically.
Actually, I think
I
they
mean, you could
did.
ship it. I mean, you could ship it overseas, but that would
You
cost
could.
extra,
They
probably
probably
more than the
did
game
do it.
is.
Yeah,
It does.
let's also not forget. You gotta live in Windows XP.
Mhm.
So
This
I
is
think.
true.
So what are we thinking? Like D tier?
D.
I'm gonna D. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give it a
D
All
solid
right,
tier.
D.
all
D
right,
tier.
D tier.
Definitely
You
D
know
tier.
what? Honestly, the packs that have been made for it are pretty good. But if there's one thing I really have to criticize, it's the speed. Like minus the internet problem, it's the speed and how the spinner was built. They're awful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the spinner is
Noah,
pretty
you
bad.
don't. Noah, you don't know. You don't have a Bop It. You don't have a Bop It download.
No,
Nope.
no, because the problem is I can't get one overseas. They cost a freaking load of money.
I mean, you could. I mean, you could always ask Kane for one. He could. Yeah, you could just give him a shipping address, or heck, Sam has a bunch. He'll send you one.
Yeah, yeah,
Dude,
I'm pretty sure.
I can't even get one because they are overseas, and I don't want to spend a boatload of money to get it here.
No,
Fair
they're
enough.
not.
Like I
They're
wouldn't.
not.
They're not worth a buy. I mean, unless you find one on eBay US, which is possible. Then buy it. As long as it's at least
Yeah, like that one
$15
time
or
I
under.
found a game from 2003 that I swiped out from somebody that was here in the U.S. Only one though.
It
It's a
was.
Simon game.
It was, and it was weird. And
It's a Super Simon from 2003.
that I don't think it ever sold over here, unless I'm wrong.
I
No,
think
it did not.
it didn't sell over here. I mean, like I think it was intended to. Because of the poor
Yeah,
sales, they just pulled it right off the shelf and completely
that makes
rebranded
sense.
Bop It after that. Speaking of that rebrand, next up we got the 2008
Oh
classic,
wait,
the
the shout.
the Bop It Shout.
Papa Show. A tier.
Oh, I would put that in A rank because actually was
I'd
a
put
good
that in
boppet.
A. It was a good bop.
I'm thinking either A or S. Next to the Bop It Extreme 2, this is the most common Bop It ever sold or even out there.
I think the shout is even more common than the Extreme 2. I mean, you see
It
shouts
is.
everywhere.
I think honestly, this one did what Bop It Blast tried to do, but actually rectified it
Yeah.
and made it right. This is the base that
Yep.
every single Bop It has followed ever since.
Ever since 08.
Ever
Yep.
since 2008, this is what every single
Yep.
Bop It owes its existence to. So honestly,
All of
I'm
them.
thinking I'm thinking S tier. But if you guys want to put
Yeah,
it in A, I don't
No.
mind.
Definitely.
No, I'd put it in A. I'd put it in A. A.
A
Think
tier.
about it.
I'd
All
put
right,
it in A.
Yeah.
all right,
I'd put
A
it in
tier.
A. Yeah.
All right, we're moving
Yeah,
up.
Really
We're moving
good.
it up to A tier. Now we go from one of
Yeah.
the best Bop It products out there to one of the worst. Ladies and gentlemen, turn away, please, because here comes Bop It Bounce.
Oh God.
Oh God. Put that in F.
Now, the bounce that goes under F.
I think it stays in F. Yeah, I'm gonna agree.
It stays in F. It's the
Station
Bop It that shall not be named.
The Bop
Yes.
It that should be forgotten because honestly, it wasn't even supposed to be a Bop It. That was just Hasbro using a bogus marketing tactic.
Right. And it wasn't even. I mean, Dan had nothing to do with the thing.
I mean, like, if it wasn't, maybe, like, I think it's passable. It's a passable game. If it wasn't freaking
It is.
called Bop It Bounce, maybe it would have been a little better.
Yep, exactly. If they didn't call it Bop It Bounce,
Not
it
to
would have been way
mention, not to
better.
mention that Dan revealed they actually made a bouncing ball Bop It, like, and this knocked it out of the running. Like, they're not going to be able to do that unless it's like 30 years down the line, and it's really Bop It's last attempt. It's something like that. I can't put it into words, but it's going to be something like that. But either way,
Yeah.
all right. Next up, we followed up with a good one, Bop It XT.
Yes.
I would say S. That goes
tier.
under S.
That goes under S.
Yeah, all right. S tier. All right, no questions. Bop It XT is probably the best extreme variant so far.
It is. Not only that, let's not forget about my favorite phrase. Quick as a cat. Meow.
Well,
Yep.
meow, meow, meow.
That's right.
All right. All right. Now to follow that up, we follow up with one of the more obscure games in the brand history, Bop It Smash.
I mean,
Whoa.
for what it is, I'd give it an A.
I
A
would
tier.
definitely put it under A.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, A tier. Yeah, you know what? I think I like what it does. It's one of those like arcade redemption games, basically in a handheld format. I mean, even if it didn't have the Bop It name, I don't think it'll work. I don't think it would have worked out as well. But I think that was actually a smart move on
Cody!
Hasbro. Cody Smart, as I live and breathe.
I live and breathe.
All right.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, Bop It Smash. That's up. All right. Now we're gonna move. All right, so we're gonna give it an A tier.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Now we're gonna move up to its sister product, Bop It Tetris.
Tetris. I wouldn't put it under A. I'll tell you that much.
I'd say B.
Bop It Tetris. Yeah, I would give it a B. Bop It Tetris is overspoken,
an A.
honestly, because of a member in here. And
Yeah.
oh fuck, I actually forgot one. One I forgot to put on the list is Bop It Beats. I don't know how I missed that one, but
how could you miss the Beats?
What would we say it is though? What would we say? What would we say? It's like B tier.
Yeah,
I would say
I'd put it under B.
I would say C because there's one problem with it. If you have the US version or the English version from the US, there's a problem where it's going to fail you when you get to a certain point no matter what. Unless you have a French one or another variant.
True.
Actually, it's never fit mine. I've had mine, and it's had the original batteries ever since I got it, and it hasn't failed me.
Have you not gotten the where you can't get to 264 because you're not on the right pattern?
I mean, that's expected. You know what? I don't care about getting 264. Honestly, like here's the thing. Like here's the thing. What I like about the Beats, the Bop It Beats, is it's a lot closer to more of the classic style Bop. It's like the ones from like the original to the Extreme 2. It's a lot closer to those than I think a lot of the modern ones do. It's more closer to that than the shout and things like that.
Fair point. Yeah.
What do you? Yeah, because it's like it's very streamlined. It doesn't interrupt. It doesn't like pause. It doesn't like delay the game just to tell you your high score. That's what I don't like about the
No.
modern boppets. Is every time you start it, it delays
It
your
gives you
it
your
delays
high
you.
score.
Yeah, not that
Yeah, I
that's a
know.
problem, but I mean, yeah, I get to know. All
No,
right,
I get. Oh, I get you.
all right. Now moving along. We have the boppet. We have the Boppet Shout's little brother, Boppet Micro
Ah,
Series.
yes. Ah.
D
Back
tier.
in the back in the day, it was fine, but no, I'm gonna give it a D,
I'm gonna
maybe even an
yeah.
F.
I
It's
think
not great.
there is E tier as well. I added E.
Ah, fuck it. Give it an E.
All right, I'll give it
It's
an
not
E.
great.
And with
Give
it,
it an
I'm
E.
assuming we want to put now with it because it's literally the same thing. I'm putting the the character boppets right next to it because the R2, except for maybe the Leo one, I'd give that a C. But everyone else, like it's literally the exact same.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
They deserve an E,
We'll
frankly.
go to
Yeah.
E.
All right.
They
Now,
okay. To be fair, they do. They do have their niche points, and I get why they did it. But yeah, you're right. They go in an E.
yeah. All right. Now moving on from those, we move on to one of Boppet's biggest revolutions with the 2016
The
Boppet refresh.
refresh. I mean,
That I would put under A
A
because
tier.
it was a
I
complete switch.
okay. It worked, but I wouldn't give it an A. I'd give it a B. I mean, it definitely introduced something new, but there's issues with the refresh
It, there,
still.
there are
In the
huge
2011
issues, like when mine split down the middle.
Yep.
Yes.
That.
There's a problem with mine. Mine likes to kind of feel like the touch sensor, but bop it with the bop it button would be. Mine sometimes like to not pick up on it when I hit it.
Yeah, that's the
Gotta
thing.
love,
Keep in
gotta
mind
love that accelerometer.
Keep in mind, Boppet Refresh only sold for $20 at stores, maybe 25 on
Right,
some online ones.
and it
They can only
uses.
afford to put a certain accelerometer in the thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even really an accelerometer. It's one of those, those. I don't
Tilt
exactly know how
switches.
the sensor in it works, but
motion sensor.
It's a
it's a
tilt
switch.
switch.
Yeah.
It's basically like a
Yeah,
relay switch in like a Gemmy animatronic. It can detect when it's
Yep.
moving, but that's
Yep.
really it. Like you literally
Yep.
like and with that argument, so I'll put it in B tier, but with that argument, I'd like to bring up Boppet Maker.
Oh
It's literally the
God,
same type
no.
it literally has the same problem, except this one like you can literally just cheat the thing with the custom commands. No one uses
You
the custom
can.
commands.
No, they don't. Oh, and let's not forget the design of the maker. Even Dan hated it. Dan didn't
I
like it. He
like
goes,
he put it up against a bunch of play school toys and has the Hasbro officials to spot the difference. Like here's the thing, I get what it's doing. It's calling back to the original Boppet. That's fine, but why
yes,
white? The Boppet Shout was the white one, and the Boppet XT was the white one. This one didn't need to be the
right.
white one. Like if they had gone space gray, maybe it would have done a little
Mm-hmm.
better. Or hell, you know what? The Boppet refresh picture I'm using is a clear version. Why not just make it clear?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would have been a little
Mm-hmm.
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which other Bobby was it that had a green shell with white? No, with silver buttons, and then it had a white. No, wait, what was it? Orange two pointers twisted.
It didn't. It never
Uh,
had one.
That
I
must
don't
have been an
think.
XT.
Oh,
you're thinking the XT, yeah.
that's Boppet XT. Boppet XT. Yeah, I think that's some. You know, actually, I'd like to move Boppet X. You know what? No, Boppet XT is already an S. It's the only S tier Boppet we have, and I'm using its 2013 picture.
The classic, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh, that one.
I think what I
Yeah.
like is I like when they experiment with the Boppets to make them look different. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
Maker. I'm gonna. You know, what, Maker. I'm leaving that. I think. So where's Maker
That goes
going? Like
under E.
E
That goes under
tier.
D.
D tier, all right, D
Yeah.
tier. Next on up, we have the Bop It Classic from 2019.
Uh,
An F tier.
F tier.
Here,
I wouldn't put it that far because, well, honestly, what it is basically it's basically a. Well, think of it like the Simon Classic. It's supposed to be a revival of a.
oh,
Excuse
for
me one
sure.
second.
It's a revival of the original.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it under. I think I'll give it.
It's
I'll give it a
supposed to
D.
be.
I'll give it like a D or a C tier. I'll put it in between one of
I'd
those.
say
What do you think?
C tier.
C
Yeah,
tier,
I'd
yeah,
say
because
C.
it's
Why the
not.
hell not?
Because here's the thing. It actually it's not as. Here's the thing. It's built off the micro's code, but it actually improves over
Yeah,
the micro because it adds more playability to it. It adds the beat bop mode, something we
sure.
hadn't seen in a bop it. I mean, aside from the
Since
refresh,
2016.
since 20. No,
Since the refresh.
no, since 2005 actually, where it was a proper mode, not just. Excuse me. Yeah, I should have mentioned that with the refresh. But yeah, like those two are the only ones to reintroduce the beat bop mode, and
Mm-hmm.
like we hadn't seen those since 2005.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving up under that. The next one up actually is another variant of the same one, but I wanted to include it anyway because it is a pretty big piece of it. Is the world's smallest bop it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's literally the
I
same except it comes
would
in a smaller package.
Mm-hmm.
personally, I would put that under E.
E tier.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. I mean, it's literally the same, so you couldn't really change anything of it. But I'm not
Mm-mm.
complaining. All right.
Design.
All right. Okay. Next one up after that is the Bop It button.
Oh,
Hey.
great.
I would put that in A or S.
I think I would. I'm
Yeah.
actually. Actually, I'm kind of considering B or C because I really got bored with that thing because of how predictable it became.
Not me.
Not
Not
me
me.
either.
I actually like it because it's more like the belts where you can go really, really high up and you can keep going and
Yeah,
keep on
Yeah.
going.
yeah, but with that, it
Mm-hmm.
loses its challenge too. I'm able to map out those patterns. I'm able to map out the patterns for it pretty easily, and I don't even bother to go over 1,000 because, like, it just is the same thing. The only thing you unlock really is just more sound effects. That's not a problem. But if it's just going to be the same game, I may as well be playing Cookie Clicker.
Hey, you are a cookie clicker, anyways.
No, that's Cody Smart. All right. Now to follow that one up, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring us back to this one. Bop It Extreme 2022. Not horrible. I mean, like it's literally just XT, but you could tell
Mm-hmm.
it was a severe budget option.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I still put it under B or A. I thought it was a
Yeah,
good one personally myself.
yeah. I'll put it on. I'll put it under B tier.
Again, it's a revival of the original, like the
Yeah,
classic.
but
Of the XT.
Yeah, but
But
if they were to do it like how they did it with the Bop It 2019, what they should have done is they should have modified the code so it wasn't just 1-to-1 like the Bop It XT. They should have.
Actually, they kind of modified it, not by much, but
They have.
Yeah,
not
but
They
not,
have.
enough.
not
They
but
have to
not
spin it there.
yeah, but not
Mm-mm.
enough though.
No.
Not enough to like literally the gameplay is identical, the modes are identical, and how it sound all the sound effects, sound design, and initial base programming are essentially the same.
Right.
Not that that's a bad thing, but you could definitely tell this was a budget option.
Mm-hmm.
They literally did not have much choice. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it'd be tier. All right, now we're gonna move on to the last one for this video, and that is we're bringing
Oh,
in Bop It Arcade.
I
That
don't know.
definitely would go under S.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
agree. It's literally now. What's funny is this is the design of Bop It Extreme 22, but I think this is
Mm-hmm.
what it was kind of intended to be like. But I think what falls flat is it's become very scarce. But then again, the fucker just came out. So excuse my language. It just came out, so we're gonna be waiting a bit.
Yeah.
Not only that,
Um,
it takes a while to build them because again, arcade cabinets, they're not like the small bobbins that we got in our houses. No, it takes
no.
time to build these things out, and they gotta actually do manual labor on these things and
Yeah, I
assemble them
noticed.
by
I know.
hand.
Yeah, especially. But I think what really puts it down, though, for me, is its sound design. I get it. What they could do is they could only do so much, and they obviously didn't have the money or the budget to get Buddy in on it or have the original
Yeah,
sound effects because they want to do their own thing. But I feel like what they should have done is kept it close to some of the original sound design, or at least hired someone that sounded like Buddy and didn't sound like just someone they had in their voice cast. I think, but all in
yeah.
all, Sega definitely outdid themselves on this one. So I'm going to agree with Alec. This definitely deserves an S rank.
Wait,
All right.
Sam.
Yes.
What about now? I know we're just talking about Bop It, but what about the like the Groove It and stuff like that?
Those are probably no. I'm going to include those in a separate tier list, like other
Ah,
miscellaneous electronic games, which will include the Bop It
mhm.
spin-offs and
Ah,
New Jam Guitar and things like that. Basically, Dan Klitzner's
oh,
other
damn.
inventions is what I'll do. This is just mainly a Bop
Hmm.
It tier list, but that's the list, guys. And I think so far we have a pretty good lineup. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just to clarify, bounce and button in F tier. E has no, micro. Oh wait, no, you said bop it button gets like an A tier. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop it to B though. All right.
I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
bop it button was a little okay. Bop it bounce in F tier. Micro characters and world's smallest in E. Download and maker
Mhm.
in D. 2002, Blast, and 2019 in C. Bop It Extreme 2, Bop It Tetris, Refresh, Extreme 22, and the button in B. The original, the Extreme, the Shop, and the Smash in A. And
Mhm.
Bop It XT and Bop It Arcade in the S tier. That's a completed list.
Mhm.
Alright, and that's going to do it the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. A little break of immersion. We just did something a little different here, and don't worry, game shows are still happening, but I wanted to try changing some things here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, we'll do another one of these at some point, but I'll add some stuff. All right. Till then, thanks for watching, and bye.